Oh, this is the VersaKart 64 and I'm gonna solder it up now. Got some parts for it and some jumpers. These are gold actually, only the best. So the way this works is that you can decide yourself if you want to use components. If you don't want to use components, just to solder in a chip. You can use these solder jumpers, so such that you don't have to have different cards. By the way, this is a new tip for my solder iron. So the ZD893-6, and it's actually for the Hacko clones, so or Hacko 900M, and I really like this one. I can show you some graphics. A follower on Twitter posted, so you can see the big difference in the dimensions there. So yeah, in this task here it doesn't make any big difference, but for larger solder joints, yeah, that's and that was what I was initially worried about when I bought this iron. That I couldn't get the right tips that I wanted, so and of course this company that I ordered from, they didn't send the diodes. This is the second order I've done where something goes wrong, so yeah, maybe I should change the company I ordered from. Getting a bit tired of this. So okay, so let's get the jumper in there with the gold contacts, by the way. I tried to signify on the cell screen that the jumper goes like this and not the other way, but yeah, when I put this on there, I suppose the cell screen has to the text next to it has to be enough for it. So let's go try this method this time. Oops. And then so I bought pre-cut sizes, so it seems like it's like this. Let's see if I can find some more of this glue. So here we go, VersaKart. This prototype was made before I got the logo from Mindflare Retro. So it's blank. I have a few concerns, speaking on the fly here. Maybe these are a bit hard to reach when the cartridge is inserted. Maybe it would have been better to have everything on top here. Anyway, other than that, I have a 256 EEPROM, and that is like 4 8K memory slots, so 32K. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a 16K game on the first two 8K slots, and then for the remaining two 8K I'm going to put one 8K with high, like for example some diagnostic cartridge, and then another game, 8K game on ROML. So, and the downside now is that when you do that, you have to remember how to adjust this. So, yeah, so that can be interesting. Section. So let's find a 8K game and then a 8K diagnostic ROM or something. Okay, so this section ROM is very special. So that will obviously not work on my VersaKart. It's 20K in 3 banks. So, and the weird thing is that the first bank is a 4K, it's not an 8K. And you can also see that it's mirrored from 8 to 9000 there. And then after the 4K you have 2 on the 8K banks here. And the way they are they are selected, those 2 banks, is by either reading from 8000 or the mirrored 9000. So I have drawn this here, and you can see there's someone whistling on the side. Either it's a dog, or the whistling, or the ice cream van, or a plane. They never give up on me. So okay, so here you have the 4K ROM mirrored. And the way you mirrored it is basically just put the 4K ROM in an 8K space. That's how simple it is, because in the 4K ROM you have A11 to A0 address bus, where in an 8K ROM you would also need A12, but since this one is not connected in any way, this same address appears twice in these 2 areas, 4K areas. Right, so if you are in 8000, then A12 is a 0. If we are in 9000 area, the A12 is a 1. So I think you can latch it somehow with a flip-flop. And then the way you latch it, I think or load it, you need some something to load. And I think you can use ROML. I'm not sure how they do it, because I haven't found anything on the net about that. So basically you need a flip-flop, and I think I have that. Maybe I'll try that sometime. But anyway, let's continue and use something more safe with this VersaKart, because I don't think I can do that without additional hardware. Cool. Okay, so I will go with Jumpman Jr. 1983 Epix A2. I don't know what A2 was. Made the bin file, and you can see it's a 16K game. Pretty straightforward. And also there's also one bank starts at 8000, size 4000 hex. For the 8K game I have Jupiter Lander. And there we go. This is the dead test card. So, and you can also see it starts as E, so that will be room H, room high, and then you have the Ultimax mode. So we are back at Mini Pro, and the first thing I do is I put the Jumpman bin file at from file start 0, and then I clear the buffer. So what you can see is that from the middle of the room there's nothing, and that means also that at 4000 is the next start address. So let's put the 8K game there, which is Jupiter Lander. Oops. Uplan. Open. We don't want to clear the buffer because we want to append. From file is from 0, right? But in the buffer we are working in, it's 4000. Because the file starts at 0, right? So let's see. There you can see we kept the same data here, and now we got some more data over here. So, and here we can see sorry, no bonus, and Jupiter lander. That's nice. So 3/4 out, there should be nothing. There you go. So about 6,000, or not about, at exactly 6,000 we are going to put dead test image. So let's put that at 6,000. No clearing of the buffer. Right, if you don't do that, you are screwed. Okay, so now we have dead test cart. Probably a lot of text in here, don't you think? I don't know. This is kind of interesting. So this is the buffer now, which is filled with the dead test cart and the games. But at the bottom here, this is supposed to be the kernel replacement. When you have a dead test cart, you have a kernel replacement. And these are startup vectors, so, or reset vectors. So, and it resets to E0. 0, 0. So that will be the start of the kernel, but in this case it will be the start of the dead test cart. So it just was interesting to see that. Okay, enough talk. Let's try burn this thing. So basically just press program. Nothing happens. Press program here. See? Oops. Check the chip correctly. Okay, okay, so I had the wrong socket type here, so I think I lose the buffer here now. Yeah, so I have to do this over again. Let me do that over again. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, something's going on here. So yeah, and that's about it. So let's try it. Now I bent these pins previously, so that will be easy to insert. Okay, so what do we do now? We have a 16K game at 0, 0, 0, and we need XROM and game to be held low, so that's on. And we have 16K and 16K. Let's try this. Hope nothing blows up. Okay, so when I turn it on now, it doesn't work. So, well, so I finally got something working. It wasn't working before today, so, and I think I know what it is. While trying to figure out what was wrong, I took some chances and lowered the values of the pull-ups to make them a bit faster on the rising time, and that was not the thing. So to bank this thing, the way I've done it is that I connect ROML to E13 on the EEPROM. Let me show you. So here you have the EEPROM. So you can either control it by the switch A13, which is the like another bank for whatever you put inside the EEPROM. But you can also, if it's a 16K, you need A13 from the computer. So I have used ROML, which is actually not correct, I think, because when you have all of these address lines, of course you want the last address to be an address signal, not an ROML, because ROML is a product of A13 and all the other ones. Or actually it's a product of A12, 13, 14 and 15 when I come to think of it. So, so that means that ROML is a bit slower, but that doesn't explain why it's not working. Because it works on the simple cart. So, but still I think I did a mistake there. So, even though it works, it's not optimal. But why didn't I see this and why can't... Ah yeah, there you can see. now I can see unconnected 1. So this is where I have to look when I want to look for nets I haven't connected. So check that out. Here's the jumper. So I want A13 to be a 16K. Put it here, the jumper. But look. Look, ROML is not connected. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a little link from there to there on the bottom side. So that will be jumper 7 down to 2 from there to there. So that will be an easy fix though for now anyway. So yeah, that doesn't explain why the others doesn't work. So what is going on here? Yeah. But I learned something today. So cool. So that's the fix for now. You can see in the middle there. So yeah, so it was fairly easy. So Mindflayer and I am happy it works. So this is configuration for 16K for this cartridge, or this EEPROM anyway. So both XROM and game must be low. That's a bit confusing, that up is down actually. And then this one is not in use, number 3, because A15 is for 512 ROMs. This is a 256 ROM, so never mind. And then it's the first bank, so therefore you have to have A14 low. And then this one is not in use, because this is A13, and A13 is now connected to ROML actually. So yeah, so let's see. It's a bit of a low light situation here now, so let's try it. There you have Jumpman Jr. So that's a 16K game. You can see if it starts. There you go. Cool. This is one of my fond memories. So we need to set the switch, or A13 to switch, and then output enable to room low, because that's for the games, and then it's a game, not a XROM and game. Actually, this one has to be low down, because that means A14 high, because it's in the second part. Okay, I have to draw this. This becomes a bit confusing. This is the layout of this EEPROM. So here you have 16K, and here you have another 16K. Here's the 16K game, and here you have dead test, Jupiter lander. I already have that. Okay, so let's try that. I usually ground myself on this, just touching here and down. Insert, turn it on. Does it work? No, it doesn't. No, I couldn't get any of those to work. Okay, so I got Jupiter lander to work, but I had to put the jumper on room H, not on room L, so I thought that was a bit strange. But when you look here, Jupiter lander, it says XROM 1 and game 0, Ultimax mode, and then the start address is E000. So E, that's room high. So had it been 8000 like here, it is a room low, but this has a 16K, so that's room low and high. So with XROM 0 and 0. Yep, so you can see Jupiter lander works. And let's take it out, have a look. So this was the configuration. Room high and switch, and then when it's up it means 0, so on A13. So basically if I want that test now, I simply have to take this one down, but that doesn't work. I was hoping it was working now. Maybe it's just slow or something, I'm not sure. Oh wow! I take it back, I haven't waited long enough. Jesus. I have to answer Mindflayer Retro now. The quality is good from Dirty PCB, and I did get around the corners. The Saxon game I might try sometime, so hope you have a good vacation. See you soon. I have made a lot of savers actually. I have done some update videos, but I didn't think it was good enough for posting, so this is just a half because I didn't get all the MOSFETs, but now I have found a new MOSFET which is even better, so I will make up the rest. Okay, I was supposed to end the video there, but since I don't like the update video I have made, so just make a quick one. I have this Omega 2 board. It's a Linux computer which is severely reduced in specification. It's only 64 megabyte RAM, yes, 64 megabyte. And it only has, I think, 16 megabyte flash, so you can attach a USB stick and use swap disk on Linux, so it's OpenWRT. You find those in routers also, but it's not a router. So what I was thinking about doing with this, I have a sound card here, so I was thinking making a box for this. You can find videos about that on YouTube. So I have internet radio. So it has Wi-Fi built in. So this is the board, the computer. Sorry for the focus. And this is basically just the interconnect to make it easier with the power and everything. So the other project, here I was playing with the Arduino Nano and a 595 circuit, 74595. It's a serial to parallel circuit, so I was just displaying out on a series of diodes. They have jumped out while I'm lifting cables and stuff here. So, and then I have SRAM. So the SRAM is supposed to be a EEPROM for the video pack. You know, I have a video pack I got from the Highlander, so I'm very happy about that. And the thing I want to do is to have an SD card, like nobody has done this before. Well, I want to try it myself because I've never read from an SD card and put the data out on something. So, but it's not as easy as it sounds, because you have to, because on one side, this side, let's say video pack is here, you have the data bus, address bus, and then control lines. And if you want to access those on the SRAM, which is the EEPROM but SRAM, right? That's fine. But when you want to write from it, from the Arduino into the SRAM, you have to disconnect the computer or the video pack console. So yeah, so that's that. Don't get your hopes up too much. So, but I'll try my best. I have a lot of SRAM. I don't know why. And here you can see the 70. Oops, there's a lot of them. 74 HCT 245. So that's a bus transceiver. It's going to use 3 of those to disconnect the data bus from the Arduino and the video pack, so I can write to them now. So I think that was all I needed actually. So and also a little bit stupid to use a Nano because it doesn't have enough I/O to drive all these parallel lines, you know. So yeah, okay, again, thank you very much for watching.